Just wanted to do a bit of a walk around video on the latest project that we've done. It's a 1953 GMC 2-ton truck, originally a California truck. Somewhere near outside San Francisco, there's Piedmont Lumber and Mill. I think they've been bought over. I actually sent an email to the guys over there and they said they would get back to me, but I didn't hear anything back yet. But somehow anyway, it ended up on a farm in California somewhere, and a guy, Jim Horn, Rock and Roll Motors in Scotland, bought it, and he had it over in the yard in Scotland, and I went over on the motorbike 2 years ago and picked it up and brought it home and been working away at it since then. And this is what we've made. So what we've done is, it's still on the original chassis, but what we've done is we've basically removed everything else bar the body and the chassis, and we've put in a lot of modern stuff. So biggest thing everybody wants to see is the engine. It's a 5.9 litre Cummins common rail, great engine, far sweeter running than the 6BT that I put in the Defender. This thing runs so much quieter and nicer. A friend of mine in Australia, Murray, is a bit of a guru at mapping them, so we've been working away. We put a bigger turbo on it there. It's got an HE351 turbo off a Dodge Ram. Thanks, Davey. Which we put on, and then it's been mapped up quite a bit, so we're anticipating when we get it on the dyno for aiming in around 350, 400 horsepower at about sort of 3,500 RPM. So it's in. Kept the original compressor. This thing's running air brakes, and it runs air suspension as well. So yeah, we custom made a lot of the heater pipe work, bits and pieces. Rewired the whole truck. Whole truck's now running on 24 volts, which probably a bit abnormal for American trucks, but here in Europe a lot of the heavier trucks run 24 volt battery system, which means the thing cranks over like a 1.6 litre friggin' Saxo. It really does help getting them going. So see, we've retrofitted and made adapters to suit 22.5 inch Alcoas with 295/60s on it all round, and must be in them wheel nuts at some point. Adapted the front bumper, fitted a winch on the front, LED headlights, all 24 volt. You can see in here some of the pipeworks. Run the 4-inch exhaust, which is probably a bit big, but sure, we could fit it, so why wouldn't we? You see the radiator and intercooler there, so we sort of integrated in behind the grille. Yeah, the end here has been completely redone. The better half and her mum recovered the original seat for me. Got a I-did column, and all the gauges are from VDO. They're actually all canvas gauges. It's a great job running the modern engine when you can run all your gauges off 2 wires. You can see the airlift controller there, that runs all the airbags. Doubled in head unit fitted, and then some more gauges down below along with the switches for all the different functions. Got a lot of parts out of the States, headliners, sun visors. We put all new glass in it. Got a night heater in behind the seats, as well as some 6x9s, and the guys at Blackline Performance custom made me some front speaker pods for it. Yeah, so air brakes, handbrake. So coming on back then, it's got a 12 foot by 8 foot bed that we made ourselves. It's made of all aluminium, so it is. We made the fuel tanks there 316 stainless, the headache racks all 316 stainless. It's actually made out of a 5-inch 3mm wall, so it's a pretty sturdy unit. It'll definitely work as a headache rack. Yeah, Alcoa's on the rear. Rear suspension's a Z-leaf setup, or a Peterbilt low leaf. See the bed there. We made all that. It's all run on the original chassis, which we then grafted everything onto. See in underneath here, you can see the back end of the Spicer T5X gearbox. It's a 5-speed manual with 4 separate air systems like a modern lorry, so with 3 sets of redundancy for the foot brake and handbrake and auxiliary air. You just about see some of the front suspension there. That's all custom made. Very, very difficult to get a narrow enough axle to fit into one of these. So coming around to the back, made the rear bumper. It's pretty stout. You can see the adjustable drop plate there and the towing electrics. Got a wee spot in here for some full length ramps which run up it. So hopefully sooner or later we'll actually be able to get out to a few shows in this thing. And the current plans are anyway to keep working at it. I'm thinking at the minute about making a recovery winch setup for in here. It's a big heavy industrial bit of 6mm wall box I put down in there for the purpose to actually build a recovery winch up onto. And then I'm probably going to make some sort of headache rack or like rear cab plate to protect the back of the cab. Have sort of a few bits drawn up in CAD, but yeah, we've had it out in the road quite a few times now, and had it out in the snow. Had a little bit of an incident with a wall, but it'll be fine. So yeah, I'm just going to keep working on it. In the middle of making some cup holders at the minute, so going to make them out of a bit of 3-inch exhaust pipe and a bit of plate. I haven't quite decided where I'm going to put them yet, but thinking about maybe coming off here, maybe both sides of the gear lever, or potentially maybe a bit higher and having a double cup holder there, but not exactly sure yet. Still letting that one marinate out. But yeah, the truck's going well. It's slowly getting there. It's got way too much power for the lack of seat belts and other things in it, but might have to address that soon because it is pretty quick for what it is. Yeah, we'll get it sorted out, and I'm hoping to keep working on it over the next couple of weeks and finish it off. Just takes a wee bit of time to get these things done, so hopefully you'll stick with us anyway. And I'm hoping to make some more content on the Dodge outside and the LS3 Defender, hopefully this week, we'll see. But anyway, that'll do. All the best. Cheers.